Hey guys, it's John C. Morley here, and welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so happy you decided to join me. Whether you're here at 10 minutes to 8 at night or 10 minutes to 8 in the morning, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 12 noon, 12 midnight, potato. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you coming to join me here at Inspirations for Your Life. And I want to shout out and say a great big thank you to everyone because you know what? We have hit another milestone. Well, we have exceeded our first ask, actually our second ask, which was to reach 100,000 by Q1. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to reveal to you that the Inspirations for Your Life show is now not at 50,000, not at 60,000, not at 70,000. Okay? The Inspirations for Your Life show, not even 100,000, we're 104,010 downloads. That's pretty impressive. So thank you. And I would really love it if you'd go over to TikTok, Jason Academy, and like that there because we were trying to get our follower count up so that we can hit 3,000 so we can stream live to TikTok. I would love to do that. So help us do that. That would be really, really cool. Just go to believemeachieve.com or scan that QR code that you'll be seeing all over the place. But I am John C. Morley. I am a serial entrepreneur, and I'm also a podcast host and a podcast coach. And I'm a specialist in helping businesses tell their stories so they will be able to scale and be more profitable. Now, I typically work with companies that bring in 10 million or more, and they either know who or what their story is about, or they want somebody to find their story and write it and to share it with the world so people can get curious, ask questions, and then learn more and potentially want to do business with them. All right, guys, so let's get right into the master topics. I know you guys are waiting for this. So the master topic for the week, starting with Saturday, was the greatest lessons I learned around the holidays. The subtopic for today, December 26th, which is Tuesday, the day after Christmas, the art of holiday wisdom, quality over quantity. Series 2 means we're in the second year, show 52, episode number 4. And ladies and gentlemen, in less than like 5 days, we'll be series 3. We'll be in the third year. Really, really cool. All right. So when we think about quality and we think about quantity, right? A lot of people think that quantity is more important, but it's not. It's the quality. And I want to talk about this in a lot of different ways. First way I want to talk about it is relationships. So you might be a person that has a lot of relationships. I don't want to have a lot of relationships. I want to have quality relationships. You might have 1,000. I want to have quality relationships. Okay. That's what I want. And so I foster that. And so you have to realize that, you know, you've got to be a little picky, not to be nasty, but you only want certain people in your life that are going to help you become better versions of yourself. That is really the truth. When we think about quantity over quality, relationships, we want quality, right? Not quantity. We also want food, right? But we'd rather have, I don't know about you, I'd rather have more quality and more culinary type food as opposed to a large amount of food. Okay. So quantity doesn't rule there, it's quality. When you spend time, whether it's in a relationship or whether it's volunteering, I don't care what you're doing. If you put a lot of time in, okay, but it's about the quantity. Okay. You want the quality. The quality is the most important thing. So when you have time, if you don't have a lot of time to give time that is the highest level of quality. That's going to mean something to you and to others. So that is very, very important. The activities, ladies and gentlemen, that you take part in, make sure these activities are based around quality. Okay. Let's make sure they're based around quality. And you might say, John, well, you know, I think it's quality. Well, the thing is this, if you don't know whether you're giving quality or quantity, chances are you're probably giving quantity because you're so wrapped up in how many. Like a perfect example is people go to networking events all the time. And I get this one gentleman, let's say, that comes to me, and I remember this from many, many years ago. He was on this boat, and they still have the boat to this day. But when I was taking the boat networking cruise many years ago, I think it was $50 online. And I think at the dock, I think it was like I think it was like maybe 75 or 85. Now it's like 75 online, and in person it's like 95. So when you get to this cruise, okay, and it's like a 2 or 3 tiered boat where they have all kinds of, let's say, hors d'oeuvres and stuff, but the cocktails are obviously on you. It's a cash bar. And so you get people that want to throw cards at you. I remember being in a conversation with somebody, and the conversation I was having was pretty interesting. And all of a sudden, this person just comes out of the blue and says, "Hey, here's my card." And I was like, "Excuse me, I'm in the middle of this conversation with this person." "Oh, okay, well, just call me later." And I was like, "Well, if you give me your card right now, I'm going to take it and I'm actually going to put it in my left pocket. However, if you wait, I'll actually put your card in my right pocket." So I don't care what pocket you put it in. I said, "Well, you should, because at the end of the evening, all the cards that are in my left pocket, I'm just going to take out. I'm just going to dump them into the trash before I get off the boat." And he was like, so confused. I said, "The reason you're confused is, see, I'm not about quality. I don't care how many cards I have. I want quality. I want people that have a certain standard." And that may not be the case for a lot of people that do networking, but I kind of break that mold. So I want quality. If you're a quality networker, then you're somebody that understands that it's not about the number you get, right? It's not about the number you get. It's actually about the amount of high quality people. So again, there's a number for quantity, but then you want quality, high quality. And high quality is something that you might say, "Well, John, that's kind of nuts." No, it's not nuts. When you're a person that's about quality, you start realizing that you'd rather have a few of something, but have the best that there can be. Even with networking, maybe you go to an event and maybe you're used to networking with 50 or 100 people. I'd rather connect with 6 or 8 or 10 people that are about quality, that care about me, that care about the potential of us connecting and how we can actually help others. That's a pretty cool thing, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is a really, really, really cool thing. All right. So when we talk about quality and quantity, I want to talk about promises. I want to talk about promises to yourself. So, what's the difference between a high quality, okay, a high quality versus a low quality promise? Well, a quality promise is one that is the highest level, okay? And when we pride ourselves on creating long lasting relationships and value for our clients and customers, it's about that high quality, right? If you go to a place like Ritz Carlton or some other fancy hotels around the world, they're not about the quantity, they're about the quality. So when you have a higher quality, you actually will charge more money for your services. Makes sense, right? If something is made by hand and it has a high quality, that's going to cost a lot more money than something that's made by machine. Let's say, for example, let's take our flag. Okay, let's say, how much do you think it costs? The cost of a machine American flag. How much do you think that costs? Of a machine American flag. Okay. Um, so again, if you typically buy an American flag right now, it's probably going to cost you very, very low. You can get flags for like maybe $29, $50, right? But what about an American flag that is handmade. Handmade. That's right. I said a handmade American flag. That's something that's going to have a very high level of quality, isn't it? So let me just tell you something that is of that, let's say, grand, a flag, okay, that is made like that is going to cost a lot more money, right? Handmade, handmade American flags, handmade American flags. A handmade American flag, ladies and gentlemen, you might pay $8,000 for one. Okay. Um, and I think when a lot of people understand that, of course, there's different values, that you can get by going to places that have machines that make them, but handmade American flags, okay, um, they're made out of American black cherry. There's a company in Pennsylvania, for the red stripes. They figured maple from Maine for the white stripes, and then the stars and the black walnuts. Now, that kind of a flag is not made on material. Okay, it's made out of wood, and you're talking about $5,000, $8,000, and you're talking roughly about 300 days on delivery. That's pretty amazing, right? But what about a handmade American flag out of material? Let's go there for a minute. Okay. So there are some companies that make handmade American flags. Okay. And these flags are going to cost some more money. Okay. Um, Instead of a flag costing you, say, $29, you might buy a flag here for, you could be starting a flag for maybe a couple $100, right? Or maybe even more. So it's about the quality, the quality. Now, there are people online that do handmade embroidered flags that you can get, and it's about the quality, ladies and gentlemen, the quality, not the quantity. Too many times, people don't want quality. So let's talk about that for a second. So what makes people not want quality instead of quantity? What makes people not want quality instead of quantity? So really the question is, why do people choose quantity over quality? So there's a couple reasons. One, if you're creating something, you have to reach a mass amount, you have to do so much, like in a mailing. That would probably be an example. Um, it's low pressure. When you create something high quality, it can lead to lower quality work. But I think if you really understand what it takes to produce something that's high quality, then you can deliver it. That's cool. Okay. Is it better to have quantity or quality? So maintaining quality is more important than quantity in personal life. But if you prioritize quality over quantity, it can lead to something more meaningful, more fulfilling, more rewarding to you. But I got to tell you, if your business was not centered on quality, but quantity. You're going to attract a different type of customer. Like, you ever gone to, I don't know, the Five and Dime or the dollar store? Those are quantity things, right? Maybe you buy pens from a distributor online, and they give you quantity pricing. Quality's not gonna be there, so you kind of sacrifice a little bit on quality. You still get a good product, but it's not as good as if you paid a little more. So when you pay a little more for something, you have quality. People think that when you got a great big barrel of something, like, let's say, for example, you go to the movie theater, right? And so how much does it cost? Let's just say if you go to a movie theater, how much is let's say a bag of popcorn at a movie theater? How much you think it is? So most movie theaters that you're looking at, about $8 for a medium-sized bag of buttered popcorn, whether it's buttered or not. The price of the average movie ticket is about $9. At 11 cups, the average medium-sized movie popcorn goes for 73 cents a cup. So the question you might be asking is, why is movie theater popcorn so expensive? So you're overpaying for movie snacks. That's obvious. A medium popcorn is $1.69 on the street. At the movies, you pay $7.99. That's 4.7 times. For an icy, it's $1.49 on the street. In the movies, it's $6.49, 4.4. A soda, $1.79. At the movie, it's $5.99. That's 3.3 times you pay. Junior mints, $1.50, right? On the street, $4.79 in the movie theater, 3.2 times you're paying more. Milk Duds, $1.79 on the street, $4.79 in the movie theater, 2.7 times. M&M's, $1.79 on the street, 4.79 in a movie theater, 2.7 times. Twizzlers, $1.99 for a 5-ounce pack on the street, $4.79 in the movie theater, 2.4 times. A 20-ounce bottle of water, $1.99 on the street, $4.49 in the movie theater, 2.3 times more. So moviegoers pay the highest premium for popcorn. At most major movie theaters, you're looking around $8 for a medium-sized bag of buttered popcorn, and nearly the price, like I said, of an average ticket of $9. And so a movie theater basically runs 4.4 times more than a 7-Eleven Slurpee, which is about the same thing. So why is the question? Well, when we examine the markup, profit minus cost on these products, the figures are even uglier. Typical markups on movie theater concessions, okay, is 788%. So it's 90 cents is the cost of goods sold for popcorn, and they charge you $7.99. That's a huge profit. Soda, 91 cents, $5.99. M&M's, $1.16, $4.79. But why? A very smart professor, Richard McKenzie at the University of California in Irvine, determined that it costs the average theater around 90 cents to produce a bag of popcorn. At 79, as we said, 99, that's a 788% markup. Including the cup and a free refill, that's $5.99. It's easy to write this all off as a simple price gouging. After all, movie theaters have a captive audience. And once you're inside, they have a monopoly on every secondary good you choose to purchase. Theaters don't make much on tickets. So as much as you would think they do, they don't. So they figure they got to get you on the food, which they know you definitely want. So this holiday season, I think what I've learned is that it is important to know that it's the quality over the quantity. If you're going to do things, maybe it's activities. It could be going to a movie. It could be doing some extracurricular activities or some other fun things. It's not how much you do, but it's how well you do them and the quality of them. When you spend time with someone, it's not the fact that I gave you 5 hours. I'd rather have an hour with you and have quality time where it's your undivided attention with me, as opposed to you give me 4 or 5 hours and you're kind of like on your cell phone the whole time. So I want to leave you with this thought. if you're hung up with the whole concept of, quantity is better, if we're marketing, yeah, quantity is better. But when we're trying to create a product, quality is better. Services, quality is better. Would you go somewhere because a quality is better for something, or would you go to a place because they produce more of them? Let's take diners, for example. Diners have a great product, they have quantity, but they have quality. But one thing they don't do is they don't try to mass produce more to get even more profits because they want to stick in their quality range. So when you give up quantity, okay, there's some things that are going to be sacrificed, but the quality should outweigh that. That's what I want to leave you with. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and it has been an amazing privilege and pleasure to be with you this fantastic evening. Remember to please like, love, and support the video. Really do appreciate that. And definitely like and follow me on TikTok at JCM Academy. Really want to get up to that 3,000 followers. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and I'm a podcast host. I'm a podcast coach, and I'm a specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them, yes, being able to be more profitable by scaling. And I typically work with companies that bring in 10 million or more, and they know what they want, or they know that they want to find out what their true story is so others can get curious, ask questions, and potentially do business with them. Have yourself a fantastic evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, all right? Be well, everyone.